So hello to all of you. Let's welcome Dr. Kavitha for the success she has gained. She has done her MBBS from Kharkiv Medical University from Ukraine. And in the first attempt, she has got the awesome score of 188. So congratulations, dear, for your success.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
From the whole Miss team, we congratulate we are doing to you, and we really want to hear your experience throughout your journey.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. I thank NIST first of all because this 6 months, I think NIST is the only one that supported me. Before that, during my course, I had my family, friends, and my university. But this 6 months, I actually used it for myself. I didn't spare any time with anyone except with NIST. And my whole schedule was based on NIST from the morning to evening. I didn't do anything different. I followed everything they said from doing the Tuesday test, the weekly test. I was an online batch student. That helped me in a way because I had these videos available for 24 hours. They were always this 1 or 2 hours that I missed during the day. It was not, I didn't sleep or anything, but my mind was not there during the class. So I used to go and revisit that after the classes. And the second thing that helped me was subject-wise test. Almost, I guess, 10 to 15 subjects were repeated. So I did the subject-wise twice. And that gave me confidence. Then came the mock. I did all the 3 mocks, and at the end of the day, while giving the mock, I was sure that I'll pass. Just that the paper was unexpected, so maybe the marks were varying, but then I knew that, okay, deep down, okay, this is the exam, this is the pattern. I got to know the idea from here.
So like how was it? Like when you were giving all the tests, the topic-wise test and the subject-wise test, how much benefit you got from that?
Ma'am, it helped me a lot because in the medical college, we were not taught line by line. We had a rough idea, but here for cracking this exam, we need to know the point to which. For example, in anatomy, whenever you taught the level of the nerve roots, which we are not taught usually, and they wouldn't even put such stress during college days. That helped me a lot. When I heard this material repeated again and again, in the exam hall, I didn't think actually, the answer just came up. Okay, I knew that this is the answer for that question. Maybe it was little twisted and tough and indirect, but then deep down we know that this is the material that was taught, because first weekly test was done, then subject-wise test was done. Sometimes even in the weekly test, we had the whole subjects. I guess I wrote anatomy twice even during the weekly test because the material was done so. And it was around 200 pages. I think first time it took me 2 days to complete the revision of anatomy, but throughout and the end, it took me 4 hours barely. It was like, okay, this is the material. Yeah, you said the important material. You were like, this is the important most. I don't have to go into every inch. I knew the concept, and with each subject, this was the way. And some subject, I had this revision videos. There were these 60 days during revision time. I was not able to do 1 or 2 days were very low, but there will be tests. So at those times, I used to just hear to the revision videos just to push myself on those days, because every day wouldn't be the same. One day I'll be on my 100%. One day I'll be only 10%.
Exactly.
And when I'm very low, maybe I'll be crying sometimes. Yet I used to just listen to the videos and audio. So it just pushed it that way. And when subject-wise were there, almost every point was covered. Each subject we had in detail test. So there was nothing like this topic was not there. This was in the exam hall, I guess 50 to 60 questions. I had no idea where it was, because that is what was reality. But then I knew the remaining questions was there somewhere. I have to think. I have to just bring that answer somehow. That was how it was. And the real fear of exam was reduced in the end. While going into the exam hall, I was very confident. Before seeing the first paper, I was very confident. With the first paper also, I had this confidence in the end of that 1.5 hours, 150 minutes, that second paper will be tolerable, because you people all said us that they want you to score 150, so somehow they'll keep this question. That is how It was not true also, but psychologically it pushed me for the next part. Otherwise, next part I was like, I really didn't want to do because it was very tough. But this helped me. Okay, let me see what is coming up. And each subject was really good, ma'am, because the heavy subjects like surgery, gynae, anatomy, not ortho, anatomy, optha, ENT, patho, I guess we had n number of revisions. So
It's really good.
yes, so during mocks, actually, I remember I was crying to my parents that I didn't want to give the mock because I don't know which one to start, which one to end. But that schedule that you gave last few must had the schedule that made it very easy. Last mock, I remember I didn't even sit and do each subject. I was like, I'll go through this material notes, what they gave, revision. I was like doing that way. It was really helpful. I am very thankful. I will
So
be
you
always
have
grateful.
basically followed each and everything
Yes, ma'am.
perfectly.
Yes, perfectly. In total, these days, I guess I missed only one day of the class. That too, I asked for an extension and I did it. I didn't miss any day actually. That is, and I didn't
That
miss
is
any
very nice.
subject. Whether I like it or not, there were some subjects that it is not like I like it. Maybe I was not that interested in it or it was tough for me, but still I tried my best to pull through that subject also. Because first few days when I joined missed, each and every staff said this, that don't omit any subject. Some will be very easy, some will be very tough. Eventually you need to focus. So the same thing I took it. But before that, I had an idea before joining MES that I'll omit 2-3 subjects because it's very tough to hold 19. But towards the end, I did everything. At least I would have read it once wholeheartedly, not completely, at least once wholeheartedly. So
You made it sure that you have studied everything and everything is in your mind.
Yes, ma'am. I cannot tell that I was confident in my mind, but I know that I put this effort that to hold everything, because eventually we'll not be able to hold every pages. But that thing was there when we see the question paper. Once you have done the material 3-4 times, your mind automatically goes to that answer that, okay, this is what I've
Yes.
read. That
Very
moment.
true, very true.
Yes, ma'am. Deep down, it was like, this must be the answer. That is the feel that I can tell. After coming out, I really never knew that I'll have this much score. I was having this feel that this is the answer. There is no other probability because this is what I was taught and this was the way to think. That is the main thing. I did inside the exam hall. I took each question this same time. I didn't take more than 1 minute. I didn't take less than 1 minute. It was 1 minute. Maybe the first paper I lost 10-15 minutes. I was behind the 10-15 minutes. In the second paper, it was exactly until the moment I did. I didn't take it rash. I just read the question and then I was like, okay, this must be the answer, because this exam, the options were very different. I was not able to go directly to option. I have to read the question and see what is the last word. It is except or it is the one that they need. So it was the way. I didn't go anything beyond this schedule.
I can see that you have done the questions. You have read the questions also very carefully, and the main thing I saw when you were speaking, that your concepts were very clear, because you had done so good time of revision and you have gone through all the content, that when the question came in front of you, the answer was also in front of you.
Yes, ma'am. Because one's first is weekly test was to understand the concept. That is what I had. Weekly test, I made sure I understand every concept. I didn't memorize anything. I was like, okay, I know this topic. This is how it is dealt. This is the important point. This is how I do that. And when it came to subject wise, I started memorizing material like the points, numbers, and what are the values that I have to be had it in mind. That I did it and towards the end, that is how it was. I didn't read what is this disease from the start during my subject wise. I was like aware that this is the disease. I have to see if it is recessive or it is having any special thing. What is the mechanism? That's it. It should be done. And what is the treatment? Basis, this was my idea. So that helped me. without weekly test, I don't think I would have gone through this, because if there was no weekly test, I would have ignored the classes. I'll be like, okay, because that is how human mind is. You'll be like, I'll read.
Yeah, you
It's
are
done.
right. You're very right.
Yes. So when there was subject wise, that Tuesday, I used to be like, subject wise had 4-5 subjects in one day. There'll be like forensic medicine, NOP, the IENT, and they will not be linked. But because we had 5 subjects in this weekly test, while coming to mock, it was not an issue. 19 subject was like, okay, I have already given 6 subjects in a day during weekly test. This is not a matter. That is how I was convinced. Initially,
it was like due to all these tests, you had so much practice that you
yes, ma'am.
The whole like mock test also, and later on the main test also very well.
Yes, that is really true, because
that is very nice to hear.
Seeing questions again and again, the same questions were not there, the questions were not even similar, but that gave me an idea, okay, these topics will be there in the question paper. So this must be the answer. So such things happen. Like I remember having Cartagena syndrome. I really didn't know exactly where I studied. I just knew that, okay, it is a problem in this process of the movement of the tubulin and everything. That just came in my mind. So that is how it was.
Actually due to your continuous effort, and I could see that you have been very consistent throughout, because each day you have followed the schedule.
Yes, ma'am.
You have been consistent a lot, and like they were long classes, and then after that you had to study.
Yes, ma'am.
To maintain your, what was your schedule for the whole day?
Ma'am, I tried my best to get up as early as possible, around like 5. Most probably at 4 to 5. I'm not an early person, but I changed my schedule for this. So in the morning, I used to study the previous day portion, because in the end of the day, when the classes are over, it is very hectic. All I need is like to get out and sleep actually. So when the day ends, I usually see the 2 days before portions. So it is like I'll do a revision of that. On the next day, I used to study the previous day portion. So it was helpful. So if I have class today, I'll be revising this portion tomorrow early in the morning. And there will always be some material that I will be leaving it. That I'll do on the day of Tuesday, when there is this subject based test. We had this half-day holiday. Yes. So at that time, I'll do there'll be 5-10 pages in every subject that I will be doing it in the last minute, because I know I'll forget it, even though if I do it today. So those things I did it that way. In the morning, it was fresh, so it was easy for me. If the classes, yes, ma'am, because towards the end of the day, our brain is already drained, and I cannot sit and do the same portion again. So I used to do it any other new portion. I'll do it the portion that was last week's or previous weeks. Like that is how I did. And early in the morning is for the previous day, because that is also fresh. Somewhere we can go and revise the videos.
So you must be studying 2 subjects. That means that, like,
yes, ma'am.
I used on at that time, and plus you said you are you sometimes you used to give to some other subject also previously.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I mixed to light and heavy subjects. Like if it is.
So how much time, like how many hours you used to give to that previous portion?
Ma'am, it was like after the class, I sit for at least 3-4 hours. Around 12, it will become like 12 to 5 or 6, I'll sleep. And I took the lunch break to sleep actually. Between the class, there is this 2 to 3 or 1 to 3, 1 to 2. I'll eat as fast as I can and I'll sleep, because the next part of the day will be again fresh if I sleep. So this is how I had 6 hours of sleep, 6 to 7 hours, but I broke it like 1 hour during the day and the remaining 6 hours or 5 hours during night.
So like for the topic which is going in present, like on that days, how much hours you used to give to that topic?
2.5 to 3 hours, ma'am. Solid, it will take 2.5 to 3 hours. Minimum 2.5 to 3 hours. Some it will go to 4 hours also, because it is almost 10 hours, 10 hours syllabus. So it will take me at least 2. It took me some subjects. I'm actually pretty easy. I feel pretty easy. So I'll take some huge subjects. It will take me 5-6 hours also. So I had little backlog every time that I do it on Tuesday morning.
But you were quite consistent that you have actually like completed that backlog also.
Yes, ma'am. I never had this that I have left this subject, I will do in the end. No, I never did that because that will give me a lot of stress, and that day will never come actually. Because whenever, even if it is a small portion, if we left it now, it will be like a hangover for next 6 months. And in the end,
You're
before
right.
the exam, it will be like, oh, I should have done it that day only.
Yes, you're right.
Because as the time came near, my sleep schedule was it was very less, and it was very broken. Either I'll sleep 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and then I'll study in between. So I couldn't afford time for extra new material. So I did everything. When the class was over, I guess in May, I have done all the subject once. So that was the confidence I had. For next 2 months, it was like, okay, I'll study this only. Again, I was doing it. It was not new for me.
So like, what one advice would you like to give to your friends which will help them also in their journey?
Initial classes, that is like, don't skip it. Do every day, whatever it is hard, but towards the end, you'll have little free time. You can do it, the weaker subjects, you can do it during that time. So it is better that take hardship in the first 3 months during the classes, regular classes. And during revision, you can have extra time to do your own subjects, or the subjects that you're weak, or the subjects you want to strengthen. So that is easy. So I would say never miss the first 3 months regular classes, and try completing the 6 days material on Tuesdays somehow or the other, and give the subject wise. Because once you give weekly test, once we give the weekly test, every week I know this subject I'm weak, or this topic I'm weak at, so I'll do it again someday in the upcoming week. So I did it that way. There will be always 1 or 2 topics I was very bad at, so I had to do it in the next week or next upcoming test. So that was easy for me. I would always tell that the first 3 months is crucial, then the next 2 months can become, it is more crucial, but if you have done this 3 months properly, that 2 months will be very easy. 2 or 1 month is enough. I would say even 1 month is enough. If you have done this 3 months, all the subjects every day, stick to the plan. Just one day also, if we get debated, then it is like a 40 or 30 pages will be missing in the memory.
That is true. So we are like, I really hope that all the students, all your friends, everybody who is listening to your video, is watching, yes, they gain this advice, they gain this thing from you, because I would like to say she has been so consistent throughout, and she has put all her efforts, 100% efforts during the preparation, and that is why the success is in front of you. So dear, congratulations again to you, and from the whole Miss team, from my side also, congratulations to you again, and to your whole family also.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Best of luck for your future also, and I really wish you keep getting this success always.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, dear. Bye.